Check, check, 1, 2.
Once again, welcome everybody to the 2025 Lindenhurst Invitational Parade and Drill. Our host division has made their way to the track. And this year we'd like to welcome the 2025 Grand Marshal, ex-Chief Dave Collins. Welcome, Chief. Following ex-Chief Collins is the Lindenhurst Fire Department Color Guard and the Lindenhurst Brass Band.
All right, everybody, welcome to the 2025 Parade and Drill season. Here we are at a overcast and very cloudy Lindenhurst track day here for the parade. My name is Paul Susskind. I'm joined by...
We have the Lindenhurst Fire Department's Chief's Office, this year led by Chief Robert Santos, First Assistant John Catola, Second Assistant Dave Brink, and Third Assistant Stephen Botts, the Chief's Office of the Lindenhurst Fire Department.
All right, I'm joined by Billy Cornell and Lenny Gombert. Fellas, big parade today.
Big parade, and our new Grand Marshal, Paul Susskind, leading the charge in the offseason to straighten out the parades for the season. Might hear some things we haven't heard here since the 70s.
We have the Lindenhurst Fire Department Ladies Auxiliary.
I hear we might even hear some sirens and lights and all kinds of crazy things today, Paul.
Yep. Crazy stuff.
Paul definitely put an emphasis on the parade and drill here today at Lindenhurst, as he has helped.
We have the Lindenhurst Fire Department Juniors.
He has helped revamp
home of the Junior Snails.
Our parade system with the
2024 New York State Junior Drill Team Champions.
Just tell us, Lenny.
Yeah, it's going to be one of these years with Chris. We're going to be fighting all day. Here he comes again.
Next, we have the Lindenhurst Village dignitaries. Mayor Mike Lavarada, Deputy Mayor R.J. Renna, and Trustee Marianne Weckley. We then have the Town of Babylon dignitaries. Town Clerk Jerry Compatello, and Suffolk County Legislator Kevin McCaffrey. Thank you to all of our dignitaries for being here today. We have our first division following them. This year it is led by 60-year member Al Goslin and 50-year member Ronnie Flug. They're assisted by First Lieutenant Jack Desjardins. We are honoring Howie Rutherick Jr. for 70 years. Al Goslin and Bill Kraft for 60 years of service. John Tranowski, Robert Flug, and James Rochelle for their 50 years of service. Thank you, gentlemen. Following our marshals, we have the Central Islip Fire Department, this year led by Chief Vinny Platino. Central Islip is home of the Hobos Racing Team and the winner of last year's drill. They are being accompanied by the Central Islip Fire Department Band.
This guy's getting paid by the word.
I think he wants to do the whole drill.
I tell you, you can't get a word in edgewise. It's like having another Paulie up here.
So again, the parade system's been revamped. We'll tell you about that a little bit later. But we're happy to be here. Lindenhurst, opening day. Come on out. The weather's holding out right now, guys. Track's dry.
Looking good. Lots of trucks coming down the track here. CI bringing a bunch of Chiefs cars down the track here. Our defending
Officers
champs.
and members of the Central Islip Fire Department.
come you're not parading today, Paul? I thought you'd have the Hawaiian shirt on, banging the drum, or the glockenspiel, whatever it is you do.
I consulted the Magic 8 Ball, and it said, spend the day with you.
All right. So who's going to be driving for CI this year? Is it going to be Danny, or they got someone new?
I haven't heard that it wasn't Danny, right?
I haven't heard that, yeah.
New nozzle
I
man.
haven't heard anything, but you heard the new nozzle man's coming out. We're gonna see the Magic Man grabbing the nozzle for these guys today.
Is it possible he's great at that, too?
I would say probably.
Yeah? You
Following
know his
the
athletic
Central
ability.
Islip Fire Department, we have our neighbors to the north Lindenhurst Fire Department. Today led by Corey Finn.
I definitely would bet against him being good at it.
Chief Corey Finn. They're accompanied by the American Legion Pipe Band. The Junior Fire Department is led by Officer in Charge Captain Sereno Sesto. North Lindenhurst is home of the Piston Knockers.
I tell you, it isn't too often you see opening day is with the juniors, right? This year, the way the days fell.
Yeah, they had the extra weekend before Memorial Day.
Yeah, and
or after
Sunday-
Memorial Day, excuse me. So
Sunday was the first, and the West Sayville hosted a junior drill.
Yep, Bayshore did a nice job with their juniors, first place. So yeah, they're off and running, and they're here tomorrow again, Paul. Week 2 for them. Tomorrow here, I believe it's noon. Lindenhurst. Come on down to Fireman's Memorial Park, right off Wellwood Avenue. Spent many a first weekend in June here in our lifetimes. Huh, Paul?
Isn't that the truth? I think I missed one.
North Lindenhurst officers and members.
We were racing in Vegas. That's why we missed it.
It's a pretty good reason.
Did a little thing for the Next Fascinating magazine about the trips that people from our association have made across the country to race in other areas. Be on the lookout for that issue.
There you go. There's North Lindenhurst right here. Expect them to be in the top 3 or 4 teams in the state as usual. They didn't really lose a whole lot, I don't think, in the offseason.
Yeah, they'll be an interesting watch this year. If they can maintain their level of excellence that they've had all these years.
I think the weather really has hampered a lot of people to be able to get out and consistently practice. The weather's been absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
Terrible. Rain every day, cold. I mean, think about this. I mean, last Sunday it's 54
Oh,
degrees.
my God. It's crazy.
And it goes up to 90 on Thursday.
I'll take more of those 90s.
Yeah, you should have seen those juniors out there
I bet they were
getting
cold.
wet. You know,
Yeah.
and it's
boy.
early in the season, so they're not quite practiced as well as same as our own guys. But yeah, it was a little chilly out there last Sunday.
Yeah, that's what makes Lindenhurst, these days outside of the winter. I think the CI's going on, 3-4 in a row here, for maybe 5. That's what makes this an interesting drill because a lot of different teams have an opportunity to not only score, but maybe even come down in the top 5. Yeah, 21-24, so Hobos have been dominating this drill. And, perennially, they are a team that gets out early.
Yeah, they're able to. I mean, they have obviously a convenient setup over there.
Following North Lindenhurst, we have our neighbors to the west, the Copiague Fire Department, today led by Chief Daniel Broyles. They are being accompanied by the Long Beach Seaside Marching Band.
Chris Perry's a
The
regular
Junior
Atlas.
Fire Company is led by Aman Haji, and Copiague is home of the Yellowbirds.
He had his holiday yesterday, that guy.
He's running out of directions. He had the north, he's got the west. Who's to the east of us?
Yeah, he's got the seaside. He's got everything going on with these people here.
This guy's unbelievable. Look at
Here's
him.
Copiague right here. We'll have
Is that West Babylon then?
Yeah.
Chris Brandt, Mr. Excitement, still on the track. Good to see that. He didn't get picked up by some other department like the Expos that the Copiague Yellowbirds have always
Yeah,
been.
he's trying to break that tradition where, you get decent and you leave.
They actually took people from other departments last year. It was kind of funny.
Right.
Speaking of decent, here comes Copiague Fire Department, all in step, looking good. The color guard looking sharp. These guys take it serious. Juniors back there as well. All right, it's a good look at department.
Yeah, a lot of men in line, right? You think it's a neighbor. You get out here and
They also combined with the Snails for the juniors.
Of the Copiague Fire Department.
Them and the Snails combined for the junior title last year, so that always helps when you have a neighbor to the, I guess, West? East?
You think they would add something on their banner, right? Co-state champs or something.
Yeah, so Copiague Juniors are combined with Lindenhurst, who won the state championship 2024. Very proud out there. It's really formed a nice bond. You could see with the parents and all if you go on
That could
Sundays.
be, and you think about whether it's any, well, racing today, we don't have old-fashioned, so has anybody else in either circuit ever won a state championship being combined?
Excellent question.
I mean, I don't think it's, because just go back to ours. CI North Lindy was Sayville, Islip.
Were the Hornets combined, or the Flukes with the Hornets when they won in like 06
No, because
or whatever?
they were at a, I think, the Flukes, or what?
I don't know.
You did? The Flukes were already gone for a couple.
Yeah, Flukes are already
Or were
gone.
they-
And it's just one department anyway.
It's one, one
Yeah,
department.
they just kind of picked up their people. You're right. Interesting question. And then speaking of Copiague, Billy, they have a pretty good golf outing each year. We attend. They bounce around. I think last year was Crab Meadow, perhaps.
Yeah, I
they
missed
played
that
at Bethpage before. We've played at Sayville with them.
Got stuck working last year. I missed that one.
Yeah, Crab Meadow was nice. The only problem, that's the one when Brendan Sullivan showed up a little bit banged up from his golf
Yeah, he had a-
outing prior to that.
Following Copiague, we have the West Babylon Fire Department. Today led by First Assistant Chief Billy Allen.
Copiague with the big
The
green
West
army
Babylon
truck. Look at
Junior
this
Fire
thing.
Department is led by Captain Mike Manzi. They are accompanied by the West Babylon Fire Department Band.
Look at their disaster truck there. Look at that thing.
That truck is no joke.
That's ready for action. Wow.
That truck is no joke.
That's the old stopper 4x4s when we were kids. You know, you put the batteries and let them run.
I don't know. It looks more like just a personnel carrier if you look inside. There's not a lot to it.
Yeah, you're right.
Looks cool.
That's all that matters.
So for all you fire truck buffs, get out here. There's still a parade going on. A couple of seats left in the stands. As West Babylon makes their way down.
It looks
pizza
like
place is a West
It looks like
Babylon.
a truck Marvin Heemeyer might have liked.
Marvin.
Marvin Heemeyer?
Who's Marvin He-Man?
You know, the other day was Marvin Heemeyer Day. You never saw that? Go look it up.
Who's Marvin? Messy
The,
Marvin?
the town council at one time, it's years ago,
Oh,
was against him, and he turned his bulldozer into
The West Babylon Fire Department.
a killdozer,
remember, yeah,
and he mowed down the entire town.
He's the one that molded it. He welded
Yes.
the plates on his
Yes.
thing, and then he had to go to court, and he had to live with the people.
Largo Lou checked in this morning. They got the watch party going on down in Florida. So
Yeah, nice. I wonder what the attendance will be there today.
Yeah.
I wonder how the weather
Following
is.
West Babylon, we have the Seldon Fire Department. Today led by Chief Scott Nowakowski.
Seldon
The
gonna be
Junior Fire Department's officer in charge is Don Fitzgerald.
Seldon merging with Patchogue this year to get on the track. They'll be out later on this season. They're not out quite yet. He's talking to the guys about it early before the parade. They'll have a B truck, they'll have the C truck, everything out there. So hopefully for you 40 Thieves fans, we'll see them out there later on this season. They'll be out there in a couple of weeks for the Seldon invite as well.
Yeah, they combined. Who
The
else?
officers
They
and
were
members
with,
of the Seldon Fire Department.
wasn't just Seldon, was it?
Seldon Patchogue.
And Center Reach, maybe?
Could be.
yeah, I think they've had center reach for a year or two.
Oh, they did? Yeah, Center Reach.
My brother used to live in Center Reach. My brother Jimmy lived there. Crazy town. He had this neighbor with these crazy dogs. Ugh, horrible.
Who?
My brother Jimmy.
Oh.
Now he's in Stony Brook and big uppity guy. Doesn't talk to us anymore. Doesn't race, doesn't golf, doesn't come to anything.
You see how lucky you guys are that as a North Shore guy, I associate with you. You what other people do to you, Bill, but I stay in your life.
Oh, yeah.
For good or for bad.
Following Seldon, we have the Deer Park Fire Department. Today led by Chief Robert Macaluso. Their junior fire company is led by Captain Michael Selzy.
I didn't notice their trucks in the parking lot.
Who?
Deer Park.
No.
Fire trucks or racing trucks?
Racing
Bill?
trucks, racing trucks. See North Belmore's here. I see the Rinky Dinks
They are?
set up over there. Yeah. Deer Park right around the corner. Who says their nice Valentine's Day sale for the roses. They don't put out quite the spread that Copiague does for me.
Is that a warning shot?
Yeah, all about the perks. I'll come buy your flowers, but it's going to cost you.
Officers and members of the Deer Park Fire Department.
I get my $100 worth of flowers out of Copiague, trust me.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Like I said, it's like a barter.
Our first division. We now have our second division coming to the arch. The second division marshal is ex-Chief Craig Santoli. Today he is assisted by Aides Mendoza and Jennings. Ex-Chief Craig Santoli.
I haven't heard one siren yet today. I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah,
with
you
this.
know, the people aren't taking advantage of it.
Oh, you're allowed to blow sirens now?
Only at a certain
Is
point,
that
yeah.
a new rule?
Among other things.
200 feet past the last judge.
Interesting.
Yeah, you said, and you know what? Some other differences are, you know, you're not being scrutinized if you're not. There's a box out there that you're only being judged in. So if you're 3 feet out of the box and you're
Following our marshal is the East Farmingdale Fire Department. Today led by Second Assistant Chief Michael Kilridge Jr. Junior Fire Department is led by Lieutenant Lewis and DeVito. East Farmingdale, home of the Hares.
yeah, if you're waving to somebody and you know and you're not in the actual judging area, you know that's not going to be counted against you. So a little bit more fan friendly. It's one of the things we heard from a lot of people that watch these parades. If they could just dial it back on the strictness a little bit.
Can we throw candy at the kids again?
That was a discussion, believe it or not.
I used to love that when I
To
was a
throw
kid.
candy.
You ought to see the rule on dogs on the vehicles. There's some strict rules about dogs.
What kind of dogs?
You
Or,
really dug in deep, huh, Paul?
Well, yeah, I had no choice. As I went through every page, and then you get to those pages where it just doesn't even make sense. Like, what does this even mean?
Listen now.
And nobody could ever find. Like, I would bring it up and like, what is this? And everybody's like, I don't know.
So was the conversation harder about the dogs or how they get?
Following East Farmingdale, we have the Amityville
Come on,
Fire
Chris.
Department. Today led
Let me finish
by
my
Chief
point.
Stephen Giuliano. The Junior Fire Department is led by Lieutenant Kristen Wood. The Amityville Fire Department.
So was the conversation harder about the dogs or how they get fed?
That was definitely how they get fed. We really wasn't a discussion about the dogs. I left it all in because what was I going to change? I don't know.
Hey, so East Farmingdale just marched through. They got their trucks here today. I guess we're going to see them on the track today. So hopefully,
Well, that would be nice. You know, they usually race when the tournaments are in Lindenhurst.
Yeah.
Outside of Lindenhurst, it gets a little.
Well, now there was some debate without Patchogue here who was going to move up into this spot in the
Yes.
parade. There was
West Sayville was
West
vying
Sayville
for it.
was really looking to move up. I know West Hempstead was mentioned. Who do we have? Who made it?
I don't know. I don't think they moved
don't think
anybody.
anyone
They
got
didn't make an adjustment.
No.
Then this would be Amityville.
That was a great drop in by Mike Mara, though. I like that.
Yeah.
And then Gary believed it. I thought that was even better.
That was phenomenal, by the way. That was great.
I'm like, wow, one division matters that much. All in good fun.
Yeah, Gary, he'll.
So
Those
am I to
parades will get 'em-
understand that we're moving.
Those parades will get him fired up. That and using everybody's B truck when you combine teams.
Out of his 247 wins, how many are parade wins?
Two. Won the town of Islip Parade in '68.
That was the year of the Denny Pratt tragedy.
Is he no Marvin Heemeyer?
You're on an island on that one, Paul.
Just looking up the Bayshore team records here. Do you have any of those, Paul? Oh, they're all gone now, right?
What are you talking about?
Bayshore team
Team
records.
records for you guys.
Where?
Overall.
Overall, team
I would
records.
say I'm almost on every one of them.
Yeah, he's got 8-man hose.
Equipment's
Equipment.
Let me
Paul's
see.
got equipment.
I'll tell you what I got. B ladder, C ladder, B-hose.
Did you climb the ladder?
Often, but not for the record.
Oh, he did the tire pressure on those.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
No, he went the tire for sea ladder. That's what he did.
I used to use the big number 1 hand.
570 motor pump. Is that you, Paul?
I don't know.
2012.
Yes, it is.
State at Main Transit.
Yep.
And where were you on the bucket run?
That's not me.
That was that other guys after you. Big gap right here.
Yeah, it's only supposed to be 75 feet. but
Yeah, I think they had enough time to tally.
This one's on steroids.
I'd like to say train, but it's an overpass.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us more about the rules, Paulie. Really?
So are we allowed dogs, or are we allowed dogs or not allowed dogs, Paul?
No, you can have dogs.
We can have dogs. So people out there, if you want to bring your dog,
No, and you put them on the fire truck.
Parade
but,
your dogs.
But
For review,
You can't
is
walk
the
'em?
Bayshore Fire Department, today
Yeah.
led by Chief John Ippolito. The Junior Fire Office is led by Captain Andrew Ippolito. The band is the Bayshore Fire Department Band. Bayshore, home of the Redskins.
that's your gap right there.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you can have the dog,
Chris, all of a sudden it went bad since you turned this on. Hang on.
but you need a certain leash, and you got to have the guy next to him, where he's got to be in this certain part of the truck.
Everything went crap.
Oh, really?
I have a
It
little
wasn't
echo.
you.
I have a little echo.
Static. I have static.
I don't.
New looking Hawaiian shirts here for Bayshore this year. The light blue. Looks
Yeah, I like
a
these. I like these.
Carolina blue looks like here.
These are nice.
Oh yeah, did you get one yet?
No, I don't care. 28 years in the band. I don't care.
I was gonna do. They let non-band members have them, or they just keep that right to themselves? Do they still parade over in Fire Island?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they still parade over there. Kismet, Saltaire,
Yeah.
and Ocean Beach.
The last time I did a parade with you, you were looking for hose in Fire Island.
Yeah.
Did you find any this
Cherry
year?
Grove.
Cherry Grove.
No, I didn't find it at the firehouse.
Short hose.
The Bayshore Fire Department and Marching Band.
Wow, they look good today. They're sharp. As usual. Shouldn't expect anything less from those guys. I think that's why Paul was so upset with the parade last year. Bayshore didn't win.
Following Bayshore, we have the New Hyde Park Fire Department, today led by Team Captain Bill Cornell. New Hyde Park, home of the termites.
So how great is that? My brother Danny leading the New Hyde Park Termites down the track.
That's too much. That is too much.
I'm seeing double.
Here we go, people out there. If you didn't hear about, we have a Denton Avenue special here. The frogs, the termites, and the turtles all combined earlier this year to form a squad. So what you see is what you get from these guys.
Did he have to apologize for everything he said about them all those years?
The frogs, yeah.
No, the termites.
No, that's actually worked out very well for us, and I tell you, I think it's going to work out great for Carl Police as well. It's going to be a fun year. Practice been okay. These guys look all right.
I don't think your team disappearing works out too well for you, but I mean, if you're going to have a couple guys join somewhere else,
Yeah, might as well.
I guess. But
Well, 5 years ago, that was 3 good teams.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That doesn't really work out well for two of them.
You guys, this is the super team we've been fearing, Paul. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's the
They've been
super
talking
team.
about it since they combined years ago. They allowed combinations. This might be the super team now.
Everybody take cover.
Yeah, the super
Here
team.
comes Nassau.
Pretty soon it'll be one
That's
Nassau
Nassau.
team.
That's Nassau in one group.
Following New Hyde Park, we have the North Merrick Fire Department, today led by Chief T.J. McCauley.
Well, we'll have
North
a,
Merrick, home of the Stump Jumpers.
we're going to have a North Nassau team and a South Nassau team. That's what you're going to get.
Yeah. They should do it by townships.
We still might have
Might
to
be a little ahead of yourself.
Battalions.
Yeah. Just revamp the parades. Don't be revamping the drill team.
Next on the line for B Louder, the 3rd Battalion. Yeah.
That's basically what Belmore did last year, right?
Yeah, they have 4 or 5 of them.
You see Bayshore juniors go by, and another one of the rules is for the juniors, we combined it back into just one judge. It used to be an older, if you had so many kids that are this age, you got judge in that category. What they do now, there's a 5-foot space, so any kid that's under 12 doesn't even get judged, but they can enjoy the parade.
Okay, so they can still march and they don't get judged.
You're
Yeah,
only
'cause-
judging the older kids.
Yeah.
And saves money on trophies. That was the thing we heard from host. We're spending a lot of money on trophies, and a lot of them are just going by the wayside. So.
Yeah, Simon.
Hey, can you, if you have a really terrible 17-year-old, can you just pretend like he's 12? How does that work?
Yeah. He has to really walk weird, though.
I'm not going there.
This guy.
Oh, boy. It's too early in the year to get in trouble.
You'll find a way.
I will.
We have another gap. I guess the gap between some things is a little larger than others. I guess it's like traffic, right? You get that one slow car, and it just throws away everybody else, and then you're behind them, and you're angry.
You say these guys are marching slow, Paul?
I'm gonna say
Who are you
that.
That
picking on?
concluded our 2nd division. We now have our 3rd division making their way up the track.
Ah, there you go. That's the pause right there, Paul. Get these guys a truck up there. That would speed things up, I think.
Just put them on a truck.
Yeah, Paul the Grand Marshal says put them on the truck.
Grand Poobah.
Grand Wizard.
Grassroots. We're gonna go grassroots to get me Grand Poobah of the state parade.
I'll vote for it, Paul. I'll bring it up at the.
You got friends up
Yeah,
there.
because
Come on.
a lot of people listen to you.
Yeah.
You got friends up
Come
there.
on, Main
Paul.
Transit. Come on, they love you up there, Paul.
Oh, yeah.
So is there going to be a Suffolk County parade this year? Is there a Nassau County? I don't know what's going on
The
with the parade.
3rd division
I
is
don't
led
know if
by
there's a
Marshal ex-Captain Michael Vicino, accompanied by aides Joe Ingino and Lieutenant Jeremy Stanton. Ex-Captain Michael Vicino, your 3rd Division Marshal.
Yeah, I don't know if there is a Nassau County parade this year. I know the Suffolk County parade is going to be in September in Hagerman.
So if you're racing a parade, you have to race in the tournament. You have to go to the parade. Or
Following
not?
our Division Marshal, we have the Brentwood Fire Department, today led by Chief Chris Boyle.
Yeah, expand on
They're
that.
accompanied by the Wanderers Marching Band.
That's a good question.
Brentwood Fire Department.
All right, Billy, you're done. That's your one good question.
Tell us about who has the parade, who doesn't, Paul. How does it work now?
No, it's open, to obviously Suffolk County fire departments. One of the things was maybe we can get other fire departments that aren't involved in racing that time of year to come out and parade. If they're part of the association. The other thing was, if you were hosting a drill but you didn't want to have a parade, somebody else could pick it up at a different time of year. September, maybe it's a little cooler. That was the thought
Specifically with the
process.
counties, that might work out, the county drills.
Right. And it's for the state drill as well.
Yeah.
I mean, going forward, if someone had a state drill but did not want to have the state parade and couldn't find a place within so many miles according to the rule book, then you could have it at a later date somewhere else, and no, you would not have to be forced to parade. So if you're running the county drill at Hagerman, you don't have to parade in the county parade in Hagerman, which is a month and a half later.
All right, and for clarity, for those people that want to know, upstate this year, Main Transit is hosting the parade on Sunday, correct?
Yes, they are going to have the parade.
Traditional.
Yep.
I'll tell you, look at this band unit coming out right now with these beautiful red, white, and blue
I like that.
star-spangled shirts. I love these. Looking good here, fellas.
Who is this?
Brentwood?
Is this Brentwood?
Yeah. Look at the hats.
I know, that's what I said, but wow, look at those
Brentwood coming
shirts.
down. They look good. That's a new.
Very patriotic.
Yeah, the other ones were probably got some moth holes in them from years and
Following
years.
Brentwood, we have the Islip Terrace Fire Department, today led by Chief Chip Knotts.
You know, I never thought I would see Brentwood band parade not in those red uniforms, right? I mean, to me, those were always classic. A throwback uniform, you would say, maybe, right?
Like a Bayport type uniform.
Right.
Exactly right. But they're very patriotic today, sporting the red, white, and blue, and looking good doing it.
That's the summer outfit right there.
Just think about that. So next year, 250th anniversary of America. How great is that?
Yeah.
I'd like to get down to Philadelphia, maybe, and get down there for the reading before the Independence Day would be great.
Philadelphia.
Tough to get in there, I think.
Not a great city.
Well, but hey, Independence Hall, 4th of July.
Don't go around the
That
block.
would be the spot to be.
Don't go down the block.
I know. Stay in Central City. I know where to be. I've been there. I like Philadelphia.
I don't like Philadelphia.
Don't like you. You're a
I don't
giant
care.
fan, right?
No. Shut up.
You're not a Giant fan?
Shut up. Actually, you know what I like?
Following
It's crossed your mind.
We have
No,
the
I'm kidding.
South Hempstead Fire
This point
Department.
might as
As
well
a
be.
Jeff
Led
fan.
by Chief Mike Spatz. South Hempstead, home of the Rascals.
Home of the thieves that took Matt Rath from us.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Listen, I love Matt, and he's a great racer. But if that was your prized commodity and is what's going to ruin the team, Billy,
Hey,
you got bigger issues. I'm just saying.
He did a great
Am I
job.
right, Paul?
I thought he stepped
He
up
did a
real
great
good.
He
job
did.
last
I
year
said
for
I
us.
love
He ran
Matt.
hydrant well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. He had a great season. We won the CO's title. They had a great
Yeah.
year. He was starting to dial B-hose in, and now he wants to go throw in.
He is-
sit on the bench and carry a bucket.
He's one of the better. He's one of the better plug and play guys, right?
Utility
you bring
guys
him
we
in
talk
and
about.
you throw him in anywhere and you can get things done.
And he's done it several places. He's good at it.
Yeah, he climbs. He does everything he wants. So
And he's getting some collection of uniforms for the basement for his wall.
best of luck to him down there. South Hempstead, nice guys. Went to their installation dinner. A really good time over at Leonard's. Good night out there with Spats.
Sure, you got your money's worth.
And they run a nice golf outing too, Bill. Have some laughs with
Oh,
them.
it's gone. No more golf.
Well, not last year,
anymore.
but
it's too bad.
I thought they were coming back. I know they missed last year. It was the first year.
Following South Hempstead, we have the Farmingville Fire Department, today led by Chief Alex Callis.
Alex,
Farmingville is home of the
did you
Bandits.
say Alex Karras? Wasn't he like on that?
He was
that-
on
that sitcom where he was
Yeah.
a football player.
No, he was with the
Webster.
Webster.
Yeah, but didn't he play football?
Yeah,
He was
played
a
for
lineman
Lions,
somewhere.
right?
And now he's the chief of Farmingville Fire
He used to
Department.
carry Webster around.
He's got LBB.
I don't think they could make that TV
I was
show
just
nowadays.
about, Lenny. I was just about to say, there's no way they could make
No.
that today.
Nope.
The Little Rascals would be on before that.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Different strokes. Another one that would make it today.
Jeffersons.
Well, that's
Following Farmingville, we have the Hagerman Fire Department, today led by Chief Corey Citarella. Hagerman, home of the Gamblers.
Hagerman's a little tight to Farmingville. wouldn't
I
you
was about to
Paul?
say they're hitching a ride on the back of
Yeah.
that truck.
That's not 75. That's not 75 inches.
No, it's not. Well,
We'll have to explain a little parade etiquette to them. You know, is Louis out there? No, Louis not out there. He's been in 1,002 parades.
Hagerman in my pick for top 5 today. I don't know how much they've been out.
I'm not sure where they're at personnel-wise either, to be honest.
Yeah, I talked to Aaron a little bit. He says they've been out there working some new young kids in, and
Good.
Maybe I'll
hopefully they get off to a good start.
change
You know,
my pick.
It seems they always get off to a slow start every year, and then they dial it in for the state tournament. And they always finish strong.
Yeah, I mean, what's that? 2 or 3 years in a row now, right? That they're top 5.
This completes our 3rd division. We are now at our 4th division, today led by Marshal Department Treasurer Sarah Callahan. Her
And-
assistants are First Lieutenant Chris Puckey and Firefighter Rich McDonald. 4th Division Marshal Sarah Callahan.
Callahan. I've heard that
That's-
name in Lindenhurst a few times.
Yeah.
that's
4th Division is led by the West Sayville Fire Department. Today
Pisa.
led by Chief Patrick D'Onofrio. The Junior Fire Department is led by First Lieutenant Tyler D'Onofrio.
Sarah
They are
Callahan
accompanied by the Long Beach Seaside Marching Band.
again.
West Sayville, home of the Flying Dutchman.
Sarah Callahan, of course, wife of George Pye Callahan. Long-time snail that we'll probably not see on the track for a little while this year, but I'm sure we'll end up out there somewhere. Final Countdown, the signature song of the Seaside Marching Band from Long Beach. We had them for a few years. They were a lot of fun, especially in Farmingdale coming down the main drag. And boom off the wall sounded great.
Yeah.
And it did nice Frankenstein by Edwin Starr. That was
They got a nice, honestly, a good
Take a
age
winter.
mix there. They look like they could be a fun crew.
Of the West Sayville Fire Department.
West Sayville, another team looking for the title this year, that's for sure.
I know West Sayville Junior's making it out as well. Trucking down the street here on a Saturday morning in Lindenhurst. Come on out.
I guess West Sayville didn't get moved up in the order, did
I was
they?
about to say no.
They did not get slid up. These kids look a little tired. They had to walk a little further, but Gary was looking out for them.
Actually, they had to walk a little
little
less,
closer.
right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, you're right.
It's the
Short.
last time you paraded there.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
Are you a parade champion?
Not here.
You're a state parade champion.
My championship track is on my record.
You lowered yourself to wear a dress that day. Or a cummerbund.
Hey, listen. When you see the new leg trophy this year for parades, the new Cumberbund Cup with your face on it.
Did anyone see the new B Ladder trophy today? That
Yeah.
thing looks fantastic.
Following West
Yes.
Sayville, we have the West Hempstead Fire Department. Today led by Second Assistant Chief Rick McDonough. West Hempstead, home of the Westerners.
We were saying before about that trophy. It's good that it's, at Lindenhurst, because if that was a state trophy, you can imagine guys would be trying to climb that ladder if they're winning.
I think I could climb that one.
No, I'll watch that.
So I only saw the pictures. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It appears it's got to be, what, 4 to
it's
5
gotta
feet
be.
high, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's
folks,
gotta
so what we're describing, if you haven't seen a picture, and we haven't seen it up close yet, is a new leg trophy in honor of Floyd Shivis. He did a lot of creating for ladders and metal work and targets and all for drill teams over the years and years, and a big part of Lindenhurst here. And really cool trophy they put together, a piece of a ladder in the ground, a racing ladder. Really hard to describe, but it's got
something.
the tape on the third rung and the tape on the top rung. It's a shorter version, but just a really cool idea and original.
They
And
have
nothing
some-
surprises me coming out of Lindenhurst.
They have some really
Officers and
cool
members of
leg
the
trophies
West
here.
Hempstead Fire Department.
They have that B Ladder trophy that you push the button and it has Mr. Kenley telling you how to run B
Following
Ladder.
West Hempstead, we have
Hysterical.
the West Islip Fire Department. Today led by Chief Wasmer. West Islip, home of the Raiders.
West Hempstead just passed us now. Would be one of the favorites from Nassau County this year. That's
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
would say that. Yeah, they're top 5 potential today. I don't know how much they've been out.
Or Danny Broom was using a straight adapter this year, and Twan didn't know what that was until I explained it to him. Paul knows now, too.
No, thanks.
The officers and members of the West Islip Fire Department.
Yeah, West Islip making the trek out here today. They did a good job last year. They made a bunch of tournaments, and they're set up in the back right corner where they usually set up here.
It's not really a
Lindenhurst
trek.
game.
It's kind of close. They were Town of Babylon champs, one day.
Following West Islip, we have the Miller Place Fire Department. Today led by Chief Rick Batchelder. Miller Place, home of the extinguisher.
They had a trek. But didn't West Islip get invited one day, and then they won the tournament?
Yes, yes,
That's
it was
how
at Babylon. Yeah, and how about a little shout out to Johnny Kessler, big write up in Newsday last weekend.
Oh, I didn't see it. What
Yeah,
what was the topic?
Surprisingly, that he's just a really good guy.
The same John?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah. No, he's right up. I guess he's been an usher at the Ducks game.
Yeah,
since
yeah,
they
I've seen him over
started.
there.
Yeah. So
Good.
it was actually a really nice article in Newsday. So congrats to him. Nice write up.
Yeah, shout
and
out
he
to John.
is a good guy.
He is.
And Ranger fan. All Ranger fans are good guys.
Well, I won't hold that against him. He is a pretty good guy.
What do we got here?
I stopped rooting for the Rangers when Nolan Ryan retired.
Following Miller Place,
Claudel
we have
Washington.
the North Belmore Fire Department. Today led by First Assistant Chief Thomas White.
So Huntington Manor
North
Bulldogs,
Belmore, home of the Rinky Dinks.
they're combined with East Farmingdale.
So they brought their beat truck and decided to parade it.
I guess so.
When's the last time we saw a paraded beat truck
I know. Well, the Bulldogs just
on its
brought
own
it out.
power? Yeah, on its
There
own
you
power.
go. So, someone taking Paul's suggestions,
Yep.
properly.
I like it. They're going to win best looking beat truck.
Yeah, we were going to parade ours.
So
today, but
there is some more coming down the block here. But
You know, Huntington Manor, if
Yeah.
they're combined over there, I understand they picked up somebody with their juniors. I understand juniors with their juniors now.
I don't know.
Coaching Huntington Manor Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, they're combined with East Farm.
Okay. You never know.
But
Could
that's
open another door.
breaking out the beat truck. I haven't seen that one in a while.
it smells good, too. I like that Cam 2 smell.
The North Belmore Fire Department.
Have they been out?
I hope so. They're all sporting the yellow framed shades here on a overcast day. They are uniform. I'll give them that.
Following North Belmore, we have the Port Washington Fire Department, led by Chief Donald Reese.
What's up, Doc?
Port Washington is also joined by Albertson and the Oyster Bay Rough Riders, racing as the Port Washington Roadrunners.
I don't know if that one got right. I know they combined with Manhattan Lakeville, not the Rough Riders.
No, I think Albertson, I thought.
Albertson and Manhasset
Albertson Slowpokes.
and Port and Manhasset,
Yeah.
not Rough Riders.
Hard to keep track.
I mean, the Rough Riders truck is back there, but
Yeah, maybe that threw him off.
I guess
They
so.
probably rode it up that way, yeah. There's the two Rough Rider trucks.
Hey, you know, Chris is new at his job. What are you going to do?
State President Stan, you're the last man in the line of march today.
Yeah,
That's how you take care of the president.
I guess he became a Rough Rider. Yeah, you will be the last man for the last team in the last division.
Good job as our president there, Stan. Mike Ward as well with him down there.
It's probably what
Past
they get for
president.
going post entry. That'd be my guess.
I don't think
They didn't go post entry.
No? Just the
No.
luck of the draw?
They just totally said go to the back of the bus.
Obviously, they've said something about somebody from Lindenhurst.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 2025 Lindenhurst Parade.
11-14.
Got the little Rough Rider B truck and C truck action coming through.
Yeah, looking good down there. I imagine, probably 12 o'clock start, I would think.
Yeah, usually 45 minutes, right, Paul?
I thought it was. I don't remember.
Have to ask the
We see the last few
the
vehicles in the
general judge here?
parade come through as Lindenhurst puts the wooden ladder up against the snail house.
Still feeling a couple drops on me here.
Yeah, it hasn't really rained, just a few spots, right? A few
I'm
drops.
gonna have to grab myself a sweatshirt.
Yeah, I did that coming up.
Yeah, so I guess we'll probably be back on air. What do you think? About a half hour?
I would say so. That sounds copacetic. We're good at BSing, but not that long.
Yep.
All right, so
Hope everybody enjoyed the
let's
parade.
figure about 11:45. We'll come back on the air and then go from there.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
All right, everybody. See you in a little bit.